When I'm directing a fight scene, I'm not starting with choreography. I'm not thinking about combinations, techniques, or how impressive the movement looks on its own. I'm starting with a question. Why does this fight need to exist in the story at all? Because if the story doesn't genuinely require it, if the narrative hasn't earned the escalation, no amount of good movement, speed, or spectacle is going to save the scene. A fight scene belongs in a story when words are no longer a sufficient tool for the character to get what they want, and they must take action now. Up until that point, characters have options. They can argue, they can persuade, they can explain themselves, delay decisions, negotiate terms, or try to reshape the situation with language. Words allow characters to manage risk. They allow distance. They allow time. But at a certain point, that option disappears. What's at stake can no longer be negotiated, explained, or talked through. The conversation has failed. The character has reached a point where language no longer moves the situation forward. The only thing left is physical action. Now, the body has to speak. The character has to fight for what they want. They have to fight for what they believe in. Because if they don't fight, they will die for what their opponent believes in. Dialogue gives characters room to explain themselves. Physical action takes that room away. In a fight, the character can't negotiate. They can't delay. They can't stay theoretical or protected by ideas. They have to choose immediately, publicly, and with consequences. And at that moment of forced choice is where the story actually moves. As the scene starts to take shape, one of the key questions guiding it is, what must change by the end of the fight? Not just physically, but internally. Does a belief break? Does a strategy fail? Does the character lose something they were relying on to survive? Or are they forced to abandon an identity that no longer works? If nothing changes, the fight is just motion. And that's why so many fight scenes feel empty. They're impressive, but they're static. They don't alter the trajectory of the character. The scene might be loud, fast, and technically skilled, but it leaves the story exactly where it was before. Once the change is clear, the fight can be designed with intention. Now, the choreography has a job beyond looking good. The movement becomes storytelling. And every beat is doing something specific. Whether that be testing a plan the character believes will save them, or revealing a weakness they've been avoiding, escalating the cost of staying the same, keeping their same identity, or forcing an adjustment they weren't prepared to make. A good fight scene isn't just a clash of bodies. It's a clash of strategies, beliefs, and survival instincts. Someone's approach stops working. Something they trusted fails them. And when that happens, the character is exposed. They have to adapt or lose. That moment is the turn. It's the point where the fight stops being about winning and starts being about who the character becomes, who they transform into. And without that turn, there is no scene, just activity happening on screen. From there, clarity becomes everything. If the audience can't track who has the advantage, what just failed, why the pressure is increasing, or why the shift matters, then the story disappears inside all the movement. The audience may register motion, but they won't register meaning. So, as a director, when I'm looking at a fight scene, I'm constantly asking myself, can I read this clearly? Can I feel the pressure escalating beat by beat? Do I understand what the character is losing as the fight unfolds? And do I understand who this character is becoming because of this fight? When a fight scene works, it's not because it's big. It's not because it's fast or violent or technically complex. It works because it's honest. It tells the truth about the character at the exact moment they can't hide anymore. That's why fight scenes matter. Not as spectacle, not as decoration, but as story.